There's something curious about this place, which is that they charge you to use the elevator. It's really crazy that I found this Tango place right in the middle of Vietnam. Here they sell you snake liquor. There's not only objectification of women, but also objectification of men. There's something for everyone here, man. Crossing here is wild. Look how it is. You just put your hand out. We're in Ho Chi Minh. About 9 million people live in this city. And that makes it the largest city in Vietnam, which has a population of 100 million. But they're not concentrated in a single city. They're well distributed throughout the whole country. And I say throughout and not across because Vietnam is a long country, but very narrow. Kind of like Chile, but a little bit bent like this, bordering Cambodia. Geography lessons with topo, kind of bent like this. And just like there are 9 million inhabitants, there are 9 million motorcycles. Yes, literally one motorcycle per person, and most of them are combustion engine. At first, I thought they would be electric like most motorcycles in China, but no, here they run on fuel. And I went into a little shop there to find out how much they cost, and they're under $1,000. Very cheap. And well, that means every Vietnamese person has a motorcycle, everyone who has the clothes that say Grab, like that guy over there, that's a motorcycle taxi you order through an app like Uber Moto. Grab would be like the Uber here, let's say. You're going to tell me, Topo, are you filming this during the pandemic since there are so many people wearing masks? No. The pandemic ended a while ago, but here people still use them. Actually, I think they were already using them before the pandemic started. It's like masks and Asia go hand in hand. Masks, chopsticks, and rice define Asian culture. I started wandering around there and ended up here in these alleys, which I love. Notice that all of life in Vietnam happens on the streets, outdoors. What's going on? The houses are very small and many of them don't have air conditioning. So they have no choice but to enjoy the collective patio, which is the street. They leave their shoes outside the house and go in barefoot. These are very small spaces, at least here in Ho Chi Minh, because they have a huge real estate bubble. That means we can live together in these popular neighborhoods, and right next to them there are completely gentrified neighborhoods with impressive skyscrapers. And the lights, how do Vietnamese people like the lights? Some would call it visual pollution, but honestly, I like it. Most of them go with their cart, they bring their products in the back, set up on the street, and start selling. There's a lot of street commerce. Something that's been around for centuries, not just in Vietnam, but throughout this whole area of Asia. And the typical Vietnamese hat is a classic, which they use to protect themselves from the intense sun here. Dad, should I ask this lady to cut my nails for me? Honestly, when I see their features, I feel like speaking to them in Chinese. I feel as if I were in a Chinese village where they speak a dialect. The Vietnamese language has the particularity that it is written in Roman letters with the respective modifications to achieve its pronunciation. As you can see, there are several tones. In total, there are 5. For example, this E is one tone, this A is another tone, this little mark. The mark from the Yan above the U indicates a different tone than this U. We're going to start the day with the typical Vietnamese breakfast, banh mi. It's one of the most common things people usually have for breakfast here, which is basically a baguette filled with different things. Traditionally, they eat this sandwich with meat, but I came to a place where they make it vegetarian. Inside, it has soy to replace the meat. Let's see how it is, huh? Delicious. Look, the filling is soy. It also has caramelized onion, lettuce, and tomato. And notice how you can see the French influence in the cuisine here. Their breakfast food is a sandwich made with a baguette. And also, they have the tradition, in many places, of sitting on the sidewalks, just like the French do. Although Asians are used to being out on the sidewalk a lot, here they have this French way of sitting facing the street, just like we're sitting right now. And another traditional thing they have with their breakfast and drink is Vietnamese coffee, which is putting ice in the coffee, what many people call a frappuccino. But an interesting fact is that Vietnam is the second largest coffee producer in the world. The first is Brazil, the second is Vietnam, which far surpasses Colombia. And here, drinking hot coffee with this heat, we're already at about 30-something degrees and it's only 8 in the morning. Well, they add ice to make it bearable. Vietnamese Frappuccino. Smooth and refreshing. And you might be wondering, how much did this breakfast cost me? The banh mi with the coffee, 96,000 dong, which is the Vietnamese currency. Here, I'm rich in dong, actually a millionaire, because the exchange rate is about 26,000 dong to $1. And all the bills, we can see here the 500,000, the 2,000, the 100,000, the 200,000. And I could keep going like that. Each one of them has the face of Ho Chi Minh, whom they're named after. This city, and he was the Vietnamese revolutionary leader. He's like the San Martin of Vietnam. It's normal to see Vietnamese people dancing in their parks. And it's not just a dance similar to tango, but the music also sounds like tango. But it's sung in Vietnamese.
It sounds like a dance similar to Vietnamese tango.
Xin chào, xin chào. Do you speak English? What are you saying? English? Yes, what are you saying? Is the music tango? Yes, tango. From what I understood, it was a tango sung in Vietnamese. Something that catches my attention. Look at what catches my attention, the Transformers. Very peculiar, huh? I haven't seen this kind of design anywhere else in the world. We can notice that the city has very little wiring, which I really love. Aesthetically, visually, it's beautiful. We can see there that the cables are underground. Now I wonder, does this only happen in Ho Chi Minh or is it the same in other cities in Vietnam? Why? Because as you know, and you may have seen me in some of my live streams, I am a fanatic, a die-hard, and even an addicted player of GeoGuessr. And these particularities, these characteristics help you quickly figure out which city you're in, because many times Vietnam comes up, you realize it's written in Vietnamese, but you don't know if it's Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi or another city. So if this happens particularly here, when I see a transformer like this, I already know I'm in Ho Chi Minh. Well, let's find out. In fact, I came to Vietnam to gather information and win at GeoGuessr. We're on 11 no, but here we go. We're going to find Pasteur Street. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Vietnamese AMIA must be about 3 blocks from here. Congratulations, may I show you to the party? Yes, really, for sure. I can go away, okay? Well, I wanted to sneak into the wedding, but he sent me away like a pro. Here, they want to scam you by pretending to clean your shoes. They just caught a foreigner, man.
No, please, no, it's not okay.
No, besides, you catch me and you won't get a dime out of me. No. We've come to a pretty touristy spot in Ho Chi Minh City, which is the Vientang market. A market that was inaugurated by the French in 1914. At that time, it was called the Hall Saint-Alier. What kind of things like that? Reliable sources indicate that there are almost 1,500 stalls in a space of 13,000 square meters. And there's a saying that if you can't find something at the Vientang market, maybe you don't need it. Well, for me, it's the opposite. Like most of the things they sell here, I don't need. Do you know what I need? That you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video, and comment on what you think about this content. Obviously, nothing here has a fixed price because everything is negotiable. Let's ask, how much does a wallet cost? Christian Dior, for example? No. Oh, they don't want me to film it, of course. You are revealing information to the consumer through the prices. I'm going to play dumb elsewhere with a hidden camera.
I'll give you a dummy for just $3 million.
3 million, yes.
How many can you buy? How many? 500. You can't buy one because the wallet is too expensive. Can you give me the mask? Not the wallet. The wallet is too expensive.
No? Thank you. Goodbye. She was offering it to me for 1,800 and I left. I could have negotiated more, but Dior, what do I need you for? Look, this big bag of dried mango, 1 kg here, 240,000 dong, not bad. For $10 less, I'd buy the whole bag, but knowing myself, I'll eat them all in one go. And the Vietnam vlogs end from the bathroom. Goodbye, mole. They make you a suit in one day, wow. Top quality cashmere, $100 a cashmere suit is really tempting. But when will I wear it? At the Martin Fierro Awards? My friend here is having me try some pepper. Let's see. And we also have the food stalls. You might think that since it's a market like this, it would be cheap, but no, since it's so touristy, it's not cheap, it's expensive. But the thing is, in just 20 meters, you find all of Vietnamese cuisine. You don't even have to turn around. And everything, all the typical dishes are here. Here they sell snake liquor. It's kind of forbidden to film, but oh, it's disgusting. They get really annoyed. But anyway, I asked them, and the small bottle is 150,000 dong, 150. 150. Still, a lot of people are going to say, Chueve, how disgusting is snake liquor? And there are a lot of drinks that are made with carmine, which are bugs they kill to make the coloring. For example, the Campari behind me, where they just didn't let me in. There's a staircase that takes you to a secret place. What's up there? A hidden temple. Since the vendors depend on the random authority of the market, they have a lot of superstitions and also take the opportunity to pray and hope for good sales. And one of the superstitions is that the first sale of the morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. Like, it really matters. Just like when we upload a video on YouTube, the first few hours are crucial to know if it's going to do well. And that's why it's not recommended to come by in the morning, because they're going to want to sell to you at the highest price. Because based on that, they're set for the rest of the day. We should test if this is true or just a bit of a myth. Visit the store in the morning to negotiate, then return in the afternoon to try for a better deal. This makes sense, since when you're about to close, you say, that's it, it's done. During the day, I get the product off my hands, but in the morning, you have the whole day ahead to sell, so you're less flexible with negotiations. No, they sell you dried fish right there, out in the open, without any kind of food safety standards. Then a lot of people come here and say, hey, I ate in Vietnam and the food made me sick. Look, in case you don't like to bargain, here on the outskirts of the market there are products with fixed prices, and they make it clear. For example, a dress like this, which I could give to my mother, is 755,000 dong, about $30. Is that good or not? Now my mom is going to see it in the video and say, why didn't you bring me that? Well, Mom, well look, the t-shirts are over 300,000 dong, the cotton looks good. These shirts, I bought one similar to this from that crappy Temu, and what I got was just anything. All this crowd of people here is to exchange money. A lot? Something I find in many places is sugar cane, which they process here and give you as juice. Xin chao, New York, my anu, good, bye. Here I have my sugarcane juice for 15,000 dong. They processed everything. I think they put a lime fruit in the middle. And there, after 3 passes, it comes out from the side. All the juice, ice, and then you drink it. Ah no, it's delicious. Coca-Cola, why would I want you if I have sugarcane juice ready? Did I get addicted to something? We stopped for lunch and we're going to eat the typical food of Vietnam, which is PHO. Basically, it's rice noodles with meat in the typical and common dish. But I found a vegetarian restaurant here that makes a similar version using seitan, and then, well, they also have tofu here, and they gave me the respective toppings. This, if I'm not mistaken, is cilantro. There are also sauces here to add, and spicy sauce. I'm going to put a bit of each. We're going to make it well seasoned. There's a place in Buenos Aires where you can get this, which I go to quite often. It's called Saigon, in honor of the old name of Ho Chi Minh City. And you can eat pho, but let's see if here it surpasses it. We're in the homeland of pho, as if Tamira were ruling. When it comes to spicy food, I add enough to make it hurt. It burns before and after. This hot and spicy food, especially on a hot day like today, is really good. You might think, no, that can't be, since spicy food and heat make you sweat a lot, leaving you feeling as fresh as lettuce. Trust me, when it's hot, you should eat hot soup, and when it's cold, you should always eat soup too. Let's give it a try. Man, oh, these aren't noodles, but they're soft. They fall apart in your mouth, and let's see this seitan-like meat. Oh no, this isn't Asia. In my mouth, I have a dragon sailing down my esophagus, the best of the country, planet Earth. Man, crossing here is intense. Look how it is. You put your hand out and they stop there. You go for it like you just have to go for it here. Tuki, let's go to the other side. Now Tuki, hey. Here we are on the banks of the Saigon River. The stench, the smell of the Saigon River is incredible. You'd imagine, oh, the Saigon River, but the Riachuelo is like the Caribbean Sea compared to this. Still, even though the river is dirty, the riverside is pretty nice. You can walk here and everything is well designed architecturally. They just need to clean the river, that's all. You'll see me looking quite different with different clothes and even a new haircut. And I'm taking this liberty with continuity to show you the place where I am now. We're in downtown Ho Chi Minh City and there's a building with a very narrow entrance that doesn't really say anything. And in this 8-story building, each of its apartments is a business. We have everything from general stores, shops that sell trinkets, restaurants and cafes, and we're in one of them. It's spectacular. Okay, we can say it's very much made for tourists, yes, but it's still something beautiful. Can you picture something like this happening in Once, Buenos Aires? Well, let me tell you. Once is the most beautiful neighborhood in our city. And there's something curious about this place, which is that they charge you to use the elevator. 3,000 dong, 3,000 Vietnamese currency, which is just a little over 10 cents in dollars, which is practically nothing, but I still find it crazy that they charge you to use the elevator. I had seen something similar in the countries of the former Yugoslavia, where in old elevators, you had to put in a coin to go up, but here there's a person downstairs charging you so you can use the elevator. What did I do? What did a mole around the world do? I took the stairs to the first floor and thought, I'll call it from here, of course, but the elevator was full and there was no room because the person downstairs only sends it up once it's full. So I said, well, that's it. I'll just take the stairs. It's not a bad thing for me. And I came up here. We're on the 3rd floor. There are 8 floors in total, and there are about 10 apartments per floor, so we have around 80 businesses here with different types. And what did I order to drink here? A classic sandwich, the banh mi, and this coffee, which is traditional, or at least I think so, or maybe they just sell it for tourists. It's coffee with egg, and inside it has egg, which is kind of weird. Hello, salmonella. We've already tried the banh mi, but let's try this. Do you know what this coffee tastes like? Something I've tried before? You see. It's like when you make sponge cake with the powder and there's that part you don't put in the oven, the part you should wash off. I run my fingers through it and eat it as if I always made sponge cake, but it was the only time I did. That same taste of sponge cake powder mixed with egg before putting it in the oven has the same flavor as this coffee. I like it. We're going back to the past. It's already nighttime in Ho Chi Minh and I'm staying on Puen Vien, which is the street of chaos. This is where all the partying and craziness happens. Very for sport. There are a lot of foreigners, lots of dancers, massages, quote unquote, with their own particular kinds of endings, and so on and so on. I'm gonna get away from this area for a bit and look for a place called Saigon Tango School, which is having a milonga tonight. It's a 42-minute walk. I could take any kind of transportation, whatever, but I'm taking the opportunity to walk. That way we get to know the city at night, the city. And speaking of Argentine culture in Vietnam, I just found a restaurant here called El Gaucho, which says Argentinian Steakhouse. Whoa, are the prices expensive? For example, a beef empanada is 350,000 dong. What are Darren's empanadas? These are nothing more Argentine than caviar and champagne. 4,290 dong. Wow, everything that's foreign here costs a fortune. We're in District 3 at 59 Pham Ngoc Tham Street. And they told me that here, in this building, on the first floor, there's a milonga. Let's see if it's true. I can hear tango in the background. Man, look, oh, my Argentinian spirit is pounding. Hello.
Hello,
Thank you, thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Oh no, really? Yes, no.
Where am I from in China?
Are you Argentinian? Yes? Ah, dude, me too. Ah, thanks. No, let's not go.
It's my thank you.
What's wrong?
Yes, I just met Martin. We just met right now. He's from Cordoba. And since he's from Cordoba, the first thing he offers me is a fernet. The fernet is hidden. That's it. Oh man, do you bring the fernet from over there or do you buy it around here? No.
I brought it to Badajoz. People think it's regular wine, so they come and they've already taken a drink.
Oh, they just down it. Wow. All right. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Martin, do you have Saigon here? Tango dance right in Chiming, right in Vietnam.
Right in the center of the city of Ho Chi Minh.
Fa, how long have you been?
11 years.
Have you dedicated yourself to tango this year?
To tango, that's right.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Here at the Saigon Milonga, I met Gabriel. Where are you from?
I'm Singaporean, but I lived in Argentina for a year and a half in 2014.
And is that why you dance tango?
Yes, no, but I discovered tango during that time, but during the pandemic, I remembered that I would like to learn tango.
Do you live here? Have you married a Vietnamese woman?
Yes, because of work and also because of love.
Did you fall for a Vietnamese woman?
Yes, exactly.
What language do you two speak to each other?
We speak in English. You know that English is my mother tongue, right? Yes.
Yes, right. Haven't you played tango? Yes, and why? Why haven't you played?
Yes, we speak English, but at home we speak English.
And in what year? In Beijing? In Liyuan, Shanghai?
Yes, exactly.
Why aren't you married? You speak 2 languages.
3 languages.
We can speak Spanish, we can speak English, we can speak Songsi, we can...
And you know what? When you can speak all 3 languages, you can communicate with 90% of the world.
Yes, I'm missing the Arabs and the Russians, but I speak some Russian. Vietnamese, do you speak it?
No, but I'm learning it.
How wonderful.
Very difficult. Yes.
Jabril just told me what he does and that he sells this product, which is a hangover kit.
Yes, it's a little bag that when you take it, gets rid of your hangover.
Hangover, that's what it's called.
Hangover.
Hangover?
No hangover, no.
Hangover.
Can you get it here?
It's really crazy that I found this tango place right here in Vietnam. Martin, the guy who runs it from Cordoba, has been living in Ho Chi Minh for 11 years teaching tango. He was living in Mexico, then he got the chance to come here, and well, here he dedicates himself to that. He teaches tango and also teaches salsa, bachata, and so on. A little piece of our Argentine culture, right here in Vietnam itself. How about that, huh? Emphasizing our Argentine identity, here we have a bar called Champion Sports Bar. And who are we? The world champions, the Argentines, and therefore their waiters serve you wearing the Argentine jersey. A beer here costs 65,000 tons. That's expensive. No. It's unbelievable how many women are working as prostitutes in this area. And then, well, the streets are full of foreigners making a mess here, which is really disgusting. I mean, I like to party, I like the craziness, but this is just too much. How can I put it? Could we call it grotesque? Some people might say, hey Topo, you're such a prude, but no, I just think everything is over the top. And on top of that, I just saw a girl over there doing a show where she was breathing fire. What does she use? Something flammable, I don't know, gasoline. What could it be? Poor thing. There, I saw the moment after she did the fire breathing show, and it was like what she has to do just to make a little money. That's the abominable thing about this mass tourism coming here for this kind of miserable party scene. No, thank you. And honestly, it's more chill here than what I know it can be. Thailand, for example, is even worse when it comes to this kind of crazy partying. For Americans and Europeans, Vietnam may have won the war on the battlefield, but when it comes to acculturation, I think they ended up losing. Or at least from what you see here, it's not just a tourist sample of a small part of Ho Chi Minh, but it does have these kinds of things. It's strange. Here we have the prices for foot massages in one place, $9 for the body, 13 men's haircut, $15. Careful, I want to get a haircut, but I think that $15 haircut must be a joke because a haircut is more expensive than a massage. That's strange. Still, one point is that it's not just objectification of women, but also objectification of men. There's something for everyone. Here you also see a bunch of kids asking for money on the street. It's shocking. Let's also keep in mind that this is just 3 blocks in a city of 9 million people in a country where 100 million people live. We're going to have to get to know it more in depth, and I'll show that in the next videos of Un Topo por el Mundo. So stay tuned, there's going to be a lot more Vietnamese content coming. Thank you so much for being there, and I'll see you next time.